Welcome to Sundust Short Horror Stories, the podcast where the shadows linger a little longer and the chills run a little deeper. Some say it's strange staying in the hospital, stories of ghosts and voices that come from the dark. But this story is about something else: emotions. Feelings you get in the hospital from those that have passed on. I had a friend who had surgery and had to stay overnight in the hospital. He said the emotions and feelings he got there were overwhelming. This is his story. Echoes of the ward. My friend Alex wasn't the type to believe in ghosts. He was practical, a software engineer who fixed bugs for a living. But after his routine appendectomy, he called me from his hospital bed at 2 a.m. His voice shaking. "Man, something's wrong here. It's not pain from the surgery, it's feelings like someone's pouring sadness straight into my chest." At first, I thought it was the meds. Hospitals pump you full of stuff that messes with your head. But Alex insisted. As he lay there in the dim glow of the monitors, waves of grief washed over him, deep, aching sorrow that wasn't his. He hadn't lost anyone recently. His life was fine. Yet he found himself crying silently, tears streaming down his face for no reason he could name. The nurse came in to check his IV and he asked her if the room had a history. She hesitated, then shrugged. "This ward's old. Lots of people have come and gone." She didn't elaborate, but her eyes flicked to the corner of the room like she was avoiding something. That night it got worse. Alex drifted in and out of sleep, and each time he woke, a new emotion hit him like a flood. First it was fear, raw animal terror, the kind that makes your heart race and your skin crawl. He gripped the bed rails, convinced something was coming for him from the shadows under the door. But the hallway was empty, just the soft hum of fluorescent lights. Then came anger, boiling unjust rage that made him want to scream at the empty room. He bit his tongue to stay quiet, not wanting to wake the patient next door. "I hated everything," he told me later. "The beeping machines, the sterile smell, even myself. It wasn't me thinking these things." By dawn, exhaustion set in, but so did something deeper. Despair. A heavy, suffocating hopelessness that whispered he would never leave this place, that the surgery had failed, that he was dying slowly alone. He pressed the call button in panic, but when the nurse arrived, the feeling ebbed just enough for him to play it off as pain. He was discharged the next morning, pale and drained. Back home, he slept for days, and the emotions faded like a bad dream. But he couldn't shake the curiosity. A few weeks later, he dug into the hospital's history. That ward, it had been the terminal care unit decades ago. Cancer patients, end-of-life cases. People who spent their final days flooded with grief, fear, rage at their fate, and ultimate despair. Alex realized what he'd felt weren't his emotions. They were echoes, residual feelings imprinted on the walls, the air, the very bed he'd slept in. The intense suffering of those who passed lingered, seeping into anyone sensitive enough or vulnerable enough to absorb them. He never went back to that hospital. And now when people talk about ghosts in hospitals, he doesn't mention apparitions or cold spots. He just says, "It's worse than seeing a ghost. It's feeling what they felt right before the end." Some places hold on to more than memories. They hold on to pain. And that's where Alex's story ends. But maybe, if you're ever in a hospital overnight, pay attention to what you're feeling. Is it really yours? Thank you for listening to this episode of Sundust Short Horror Stories. If these echoes gave you chills, hit that like button. Follow the podcast for more tales from the shadows. And leave us a review. It helps us reach more listeners brave enough to tune in after dark. Sweet dreams. Or whatever waits in the quiet hours. Until next time.